Oh, I love that sweet smell of brand new vintage action figures. Hello, toy fans. I'm here with one of my vintage openings. Now, I don't often come across a lot of Alien stuff still in package. Most of my collection of Alien stuff that I've replaced over the years has been off card. And so when I got a chance to try to get an Alien from it was a line of Aliens that came out towards the end. It was Hive Wars, and I was supposed to get one of the Hive War Aliens, and I won on kind of a quick, easy, cheap bid. However, it didn't come in. Instead, I got this King Alien. And the thing is that I had one of these a long time ago with a KB exclusive pack that had a black with silver kind of highlight King Alien along with Corporal Hicks with more of the kind of movie accurate military camouflage. And it was a 2-pack that came out. But I had never, ever gotten a King Alien with the fluorescent green, nor had I seen one in package. So this is kind of a special treat for me. Yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far, and I'm really hoping that, you know, even though that side of the package is crushed, I'm hoping the figure is actually okay. Now we do see up here, this is a deluxe Alien leader. We get the Alien sort of Xenomorph like side card thing here along with Aliens. We get to see the artist rendition of the King Alien here spitting acid. It says it traps in crushing grip and sprays acid. All right, I'm loving it. So it's got kind of a hold pattern thing, and then you, I guess, have like a water squeeze bulb that squeezes water out everywhere. I'm digging it. Now, this package here differs a little bit from the mother or the Alien Queen, and it had more of an egg sort of look to it. This feels more like a hallway, kind of like what we got with our Alien figures, but this time with the hallway, and then we get the Alien stuff behind it. Let's take a look at the back. Now, one way that this differs from the very first Aliens run is this. These aliens here, you know, they're kind of tied in with the aliens that came with the Space Marines. Predator was not actually tied into them at all. But because of what Dark Horse was doing, they had a run of Aliens and Predator together. And for those who don't know, the whole Predator alien thing, it actually came about because someone used a Xenomorph skull in Predator 2 along with all the different skulls that, you know, they were hunting around the galaxy. There was a Xenomorph skull there, and so it kind of got paired together in this weird myth, and then it took off from there. Dark Horse started creating Aliens versus Predator comics, and then we ended up getting some movies of it and lots of figures and things like that. In this case, Kenner has also paired the two together. So you got an Aliens and Predator 2-pack up there at the top, and this is where it sets the stage as far as like this next wave of figures here of the Aliens versus Predator. Now, out of this series, I have a Queen Facehugger, I do have a Wild Boar, and I do have the Mantis Alien. The others I haven't actually got to come across yet, but I will eventually. Out of these, I do have the Tusk Crack Predator, the Night Storm Predator, which we talked about, the Lava Predator, Stalker Predator, which I was kind of trying to replace mine, Spike-Tail Predator, Scavenge Predator, and of course the Predator Clan Leader, which is a really cool figure to have. Recently, I did pick up a Laser Shot Predator, and I think I talked about that with my ending thing. Either I talked about it on the channel or it was on Instagram. And then the Queen Hive playset, which some people have done reviews of. That is an excellent playset to get a hold of. Now, King Alien works like this. You pull apart the head plate till it locks into open position. You dip the face in water and you hold the tail to squeeze the air out. Then slowly release, it'll pull water into it. You press the back lever on the figure's back to snap the head plate around the victim, and you squeeze the tail to spray the victim with acid. I love it. This is so much fun. Now, that's that's King Alien in the package, and honestly, there's not a lot else we could say about it. I'm more ready to get this one off and get to playing than anything else. And this is the King Alien outside a box. I absolutely love this thing. Look at this guy. He's a brute, but he's a beaut of a brute. I'll give you that. He's got all the telltale signs of being a xenomorph. He's got, the crazy hive-looking, design. He's got the higher shoulders. Some areas that seem to be missing, like the pipes, have been replaced by like this butt spike. There's a few different things here and there that aren't exactly the same, but it works out. It looks super cool. And of course, this nice airbrushing, of the green on top. Let's take a look at that. Catches them there, and you hear that? That's actually the pump. Now, normally, especially if I get some of these older toys that have that, squeeze thing, I usually don't squeeze water into them because I really don't want to try to have to dry these out. But this is a cool toy. Things to note: his squeeze bottle does run up into his mouth, and if you look inside of his mouth, there's like a little bit of detailing. You can see that extra mouth in there. I like these mandibles up here. This almost feels a lot like a pred alien in a way, and it just looks cool. He's got this nice almost like the alien queen type hand with the extra digit on the outside. These really cool legs, very bug-like in nature, where they go back. And a lot of the joints on this are fairly stiff. He only has really 4 points of playable articulation. You've got, the arms here. Let's pull these back. You got the arms that go up, but they are stopped by these. And of course the shoulders as well. So there's some limits in the articulation. Go back about that far. The legs go up about this far, and they go back about that far. So if you wanted to push him where he could yell, howl at the moon, oh, he could do it. Rawr. Why have you forsaken me? Why am I a xenomorph? If you want him to look down so he could tie, baby alien shoe, come here, buddy. And get him there, or he's like, hey, I got a cat. Where's Jonesy? And then, catch him. I mean, it's a fun figure, and I can see the deluxe aspect of this because, unlike having one play feature, he's got two, and the play feature is actually fairly large. I mean, the whole top portion of this is very much like a crown. So it's got a lot of work here, and it's a big play feature. Now, because of the play feature, both of the play features, it does limit articulation in that this one's head won't move. Whereas the gorilla alien, it had, the rubber head that you could squeeze, it would fire. And even the arachnid alien, same thing, you could squeeze the head because it was rubber. The tail is actually the rubber part, and it runs up through a hose. So this is hindering the articulation, but, for what we're getting a play feature, I don't think it really matters. Now, because this is an Alien versus Predator line, I figured we'd bring in a Predator and check out that play feature. Again, I'm not doing the water, but let's see. He raised the claw, rawr, and then he's... Oh god, he fell. Laser light Predator. This is one of the electronic ones, and he goes... So I guess he could snap around his neck that way, and then shoot ass and make him fall over. Let's try it again. I think we could do better a second time. So let's see. We're gonna click. Oh, holds him into place, and then he dies. Ah, victory to the king! Rawr. I will say, even though I know he's a deluxe figure, I'm glad that he is not as big as the Alien Queen. The Alien Queen is a huge figure, and I really feel like if this was bigger than the Alien Queen, that would just be kind of odd. All in all, I'm very pleased with this action figure. I think it's a lot of fun, and it definitely brings back a lot of really cool, like, nostalgic feelings that I had about getting these old Kenner action figures. You know, they were big, they were chunky, they were very toyetic, as Scott Knightley puts it, with a ton of play feature. And this one is definitely one of those that, you know, caters to that, you know, advice about what toys were back in the 80s and 90s. They were fun, they were chunky, they were big, they were colorful, and they were usually for things that, you know, little boys and girls couldn't watch or get into at the time. This one falls right into that. And I love how they took the alien aspect of the toys and kind of continued it on with what Dark Horse and the comics were doing with now a Aliens and Predator vibe. And I love that crossover, I really do. And I know a lot of people who are Alien purists, a lot of people who are Predator purists, some don't like that crossover. But I enjoy it because I enjoy it for kind of a nostalgic Dark Horse sort of thing that was going on at that time. Even with some of the Predator comics when we got into Concrete Jungle, or the Alien comics when you're looking at Hive Wars, or even the story where you had like the guy going into the colony with the kind of android type alien in order to find, you know, the queen and to study them. Like, those continuations of story I find are absolutely fun, and they really like lend back to this crazy sort of sci-fi thing that we had going on with the uber violence and the craziness of the 80s and early 90s. To me, this is perfect. It falls right into that group. It's incredibly entertaining to play with, and I can't wait to get them into the case with all the other figures. I think at this point, no, I just gotta figure out how to rearrange the case so I can see them all, because there were so many action figures from the Aliens and Predator line, and both of which are truly amazing. Now that's all I gotta say about the Deluxe Kenner's King Alien. Remember, they're not dolls. In this case, it's action figures. Action figures that spit acid and hold you in place, crushing your face. When I'm not recording videos here on YouTube, I'm actually over on a podcast on marvindogmedia.com called Talking Toys with Taylor and Jeff. It's a really cool toy podcast. Be sure to check it out. Also, I need your help getting my YouTube channel to grow. Be sure to subscribe down below with that big red button. Hit that bell for notifications so you can be alerted of anything that comes from me to you. Like this video, it helps YouTube know that you like what I'm making, and comment down below. I like chatting with you all.